Hey, how yous going? Mick here from Rock Ape Records, upstairs 175 Sturt Street, Townsville City in Queensland in Australia. So yeah, www.rockaperecords is the website, is the web store, and today I'm doing a thrash metal special. So basically I've gone and pulled out a shitload of thrash metal records, or what I perceive to be thrash metal. That genre has gotten so huge and so expansive. You know, some stuff is thrash, some isn't. Some bands started off as thrash, now they're not thrash. I don't care, I'll just put it in the pile and I'll go through this. I'm not going to muck around here because there's literally two huge piles of records here, so I'm going to just blast through it. And I'm going to start with these lads. Municipal Waste from the USA. This is Electrified Brain, which was the last full album that they brought out. This is awesome, real cool thrash. And I'm lucky enough, I'm going to go and see them next month down in Brisbane. So yeah, I can't wait to see these guys live. I haven't been to a concert for so long, so it'll be real cool. I can't wait to see them. That's Electrified Brain. So that's why I'm starting with Municipal Waste. Is The Fatal Feast, Waste in Space. Nice. Got a few Municipal Waste records here. Hazardous Mutation, that's one of their older ones. So yeah, these guys are really cool. These guys are still fully flying the thrash flag. So love it. This one's on yellow vinyl. So, and because it's one of my favourite genres, I grew up with it. So, and this was the band. I'm just trying to find. This was pretty much the album that I started my love of thrash with. Anthrax, State of Euphoria. You know, when I was skateboarding around in Brisbane, where I grew up, when I was 14, 15, 16, listening to Anthrax, wearing metal t-shirts and board shorts, skateboarding. That was the music. This, Suicidal, all that sort of stuff. I love this album, State of Euphoria. So yeah, we got that here. We've also got, this is their first album, Fistful of Metal. That's some old school thrash there. What else have we got here? Once they changed their sound a fair bit for this one. This was pretty, I wouldn't say commercial, but it's still heavy as, but they had a different singer. They had John Bush from, what was he from? Armored Saint. So yeah, this was kind of in the early 90s where they got really big and changed their sound. And this is Worship Music. This is awesome, this album. This is maybe, I don't know if it's their latest one or the second to latest, but after many years, they got Joey Belladonna back and he's killing it now. So Anthrax is still just as good, if not better, than they ever were. So yeah, speaking of Suicidal, Lights, Camera, Revolution. These albums were so cool. I love Suicidal Tendencies. This is one of my favourites, Join the Army. Suicidal from Venice Beach, Los Angeles. And yeah, you know, it's full Cali punk thrash, whatever you want to call it, but I'm showing you anyway. And this is one of their later titles, World Gone Mad. These guys are always touring Australia. Every few years they seem to be here. I've never caught them. I wish I could catch these guys live. I've heard they go off live, and I can imagine if they would. So yeah, moving right along here. I'll just do I'm trying to kind of do them in order, but hey, what do we got? All right, Testament. This is Bay Area thrash, classic Bay Area thrash. The big four, known as the big four thrash metal bands in America, was Testament, Slayer, Metallica, and Megadeth. Oh, Testament, Slayer, Anthrax, Metallica, Megadeth? I don't know. That's five. Who are the big four? Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, and Slayer. Testament of the fifth one, like the fifth Beatle from the big four. They're big five. But yeah, these are pure Bay Area thrash. That's Souls of Black. Boom, boom. And their older albums are a lot heavier. They're not as thrashy, but they're still so good, these records. So this one's called The Gathering. Got that in on Nuclear Blast. And this one, I love this record. Formation of Damnation. So yeah, they're just riff masters. That Alex Skolnick is such a good guitarist. So, and Chuck Billy's still killing it. Testament's still, you know, their albums seem to be getting better. They're like fine wine, Testament. Seem to be getting better as they're older. This is live at Dynamo Open Air, Testament, in 1997. So this is a pretty cool live album. And also from the Bay Area, which is San Francisco, in case you didn't know, when they call Bay Area thrash, Violence. So yeah, this is Eternal Nightmare. This is on Bloody Flesh marble vinyl. Classic Bay Area thrash. So yeah, Phil Damnall. Where is he? That's him there. He's now in Kerry King's band. Speaking of Kerry King, if we're going to talk thrash, we've got to talk these guys. And I'll start with their older stuff, actually, because I've got this all in the wrong order here for you. Sorry about that. But hey, bear with me. I put that one there, these ones there. All right, Raining Blood, Slayer. Probably one of the most classic thrash albums of all time. It only goes for about 28 minutes, and it's just pure mayhem. Angel of Death, Piece by Piece, Altar of Sacrifice. Oh, I'm not going to go on about it too long. If you're into metal and you're into thrash, you know what that album is. And this one as well, South of Heaven. With the title track, South of Heaven, is probably my favourite song on this album. But I love Mandatory Suicide, Behind the Crooked Cross. Oh my God, South of Heaven by Slayer. And this is where I first bought them. I bought this on CD when I was about 19 years old. And yeah, Seasons in the Abyss, my God. This is just such a good record. So I love War Ensemble, Spirit in Black, Dead Skin Mask, Skeletons of Society. This is just such a well-written album, and it wasn't as pure, fast thrash as the older ones. It sort of had a bit more nuance, and it was a bit heavier, so Slayer are obviously getting better at their instruments and all that. Now I'll show you some of the later ones. So yeah, Divine Intervention, awesome record. This one's heavy as fuck. I love that record. Such a good record. Around that same era, they did this one, which is Undisputed Attitude, which is actually a punk covers album. So Kerry King, not so much, but Jeff Hanneman was a massive punk fan. So Undisputed Attitude, he got the rest of the band to do punk covers with him, and it's a really cool record, that one. And Diabolus in Musica, I showed this the other day. So yeah, they went in a bit of a weird direction with that one. And then they got really heavy as fuck again, real thrashy again, with God Hates Us All. So, and then this one here is World Painted Blood, one of their latest albums, or maybe it was their latest album. I can't. Once they got past a certain point, I lost track. They just kept bringing albums out. World Painted Blood. One thing I do know about this album is it's heavy as fuck. Really heavy. So the records are stacking up here. And I'll show you this anyway. From Hell Our Eyes, Kerry King. Now that Slayer's over, this is all you can listen. This is what you got to go to. And it's pretty much just exactly like Slayer anyway. So go figure. Kerry King, he wrote all the songs. So not for Slayer, for that. All right, next pile. I'm firing through these because I've got so many records. So yeah, Megadeth, Rust in Peace, just an all-time classic. Just the songs, you know, Peace Sells But Who's Buying, Good Morning, Black Omen, Devil's Island. Love this album. And yeah, Megadeth obviously forming after Metallica kicked him out. He went and said, fuck you, started his own band. And the rest is history. They've sold a shitload of records, and this one here could be one of the best metal records of all time. You know, this group here, when they had this, they were just perfect. It was just perfect. So Nick Menzer on drums, Marty Friedman on guitar, Dave Ellefson and Dave Mustaine. This is the classic Megadeth lineup, and this album has Holy Wars on it, Hangar 18, Five Magics. This is probably my favourite Megadeth album, Rust in Peace. Rust in Peace, love it. And they're still killing it these days. This is Dystopia. So Dave Mustaine sort of still can write an awesome, heavy, thrashy song. So check out Dystopia. Check out some of their latest stuff. And this is their latest album. And it's so chunky. It's fucking thick as. Sick, the Dead, and the Dying. And this got really good reviews. Excuse me. Everyone I've spoken to about this record has said how great it is. So you get your value for money too. It's bloody long. So good old Dave is still going. All right, now I'm going to show you some more stuff. What's this one from Europe? This is Armour. They're a cool band. Check them out on Spotify. If you haven't heard of Armour, they're from Finland. And yeah, it's just classic thrash. A lot of European bands are still carrying the thrash flag because of bands like this. Destruction. So this is Release from Agony. So you had the Big Four in America. Well, there was Big Four in Germany, and they're called the Teutonic Big Four, which is Sodom, Destruction, Creator, and Tankard. So I'll just show you some European stuff too now. Released from Agony by Destruction. Mad Butcher. This is an awesome EP by Destruction. Love it. Pure thrash. That's all the Destruction I've got at the moment. Sometimes their vinyl's a little bit hard to get. Same as Sodom. Can't always get hold of their vinyls just like that. Because they're so popular, you know, a lot of the wholesalers that I go to sell out really quickly. So, all right, we're back in the Bay Area here. Death Angel, Act 3. Frolic Through the Park, Death Angel. Oh, okay, we're going to talk thrash. Well, we got to, look, these guys have even got it on their album cover. DRI, Dirty Rotten Imbeciles with Thrash Zone. Bang, bang, bang. DRI crossover. Obviously, they were crossing over from, I don't know what they were crossing over from. I don't know why it's called crossover. I've heard it heaps of times. It's just thrash to me. So, and this is their greatest hits. They toured Australia last year, so they're still kicking. Good old DRI. The Dirty Rotten Imbeciles. This band's awesome. If you haven't heard of them, Dead Heat, and you like thrash metal, check these guys out. This album's called World at War. Fucking awesome. Really good. Oh, here's another classic thrash band from the Bay Area. Another one. Exodus. Shovel-Headed Kill Machine. So yeah, this is on Nuclear Blast. It's a nice, thick 180 gram vinyl. And Persona Non Grata on picture disc. This is a great record, this one. My God. The new like Testament, Exodus, Overkill, just still killing it to this day. We're going back and forth from the Bay Area back to Germany now with Creator with Extreme Aggression. I remember when I first heard this, the song off this that everyone knows, it's called Betrayer. I think I was about 15 when I first heard that song, and it was at the time the heaviest, fastest, craziest song I'd ever heard. And I remember actually just laughing. Actually, it was that absurd. I was laughing. These guys were just so heavy. So, and I went and bought it straight away. As soon as I could get it, I got it. And this one here, this is an anniversary edition. I think it's the 30th anniversary of it, but it's just got so much extra stuff. It's got heaps of live tracks and all that. It's a really thick, chunky, double vinyl. Hate Über Alles. This was their latest release, and they toured this one to Australia as well. Great thrash albums. They're just another band from the thrash genre that are still killing it to this day. Still bringing out kick-ass releases. And if anything, they're upping the ante every time. So are this band. This band is an all-time classic thrash band. Good old Overkill. So that's Horoscope. These guys are from New Jersey or New York, that side. They're an East Coast thrash band. Same as Anthrax. So yeah, you got Overkill. Boom, boom. That's Horoscope. That's a nice reissue too. So is this one. This is on clear marbled vinyl. And it's WFO by Overkill. And this album, Scorched, which only came out about 18 months ago, I think, 2 years ago. This album is fucking awesome. Unbelievable how good these bands still are to this day. So that every time Testament brings a new album out, you're like, holy shit, they just up the ante every time. Nice. Razor. These guys have been around forever. I've only heard of these. I've only just discovered these guys in the last couple of years. So yeah, they're awesome. Check them out. Razor. This is their latest album, Cycle of Contempt. But yeah, go through their back catalogue and check them out. If you like your thrash, listen to Razor. Awesome! Here we go. It's a bit sad at the moment. This is the only Sodom record I've got in the shop, and it's actually a 40th anniversary greatest hits album. So what's it called? 40 Years at War. The Greatest Hell of Sodom. And yeah, because every time I get any Sodom records in, they sell straight away. And this one's getting really hard to get. Agent Orange, I love this record that I'm wearing a t-shirt of. Basically, yeah, I'll try and get some more Sodom in. I feel a bit inadequate because I don't have 5 or 6 Sodom albums to show you. I've only got that one. But here we go. Back over to America. SOD, Stormtroopers of Death. Billy Milano from MOD and some guys from Anthrax, Scott Ian, and those guys did this. And this was such a cool album at the time. I remember the song Milk and March of the SOD, Sergeant D and the SOD. Speak English or Die by SOD. This has been reissued. It's on a double vinyl. Shitloads of tracks, all the extra stuff. So yeah, come grab it. We're getting down to the end. I can't believe it. I've blasted through these. And that is Toxic Holocaust, Chemistry of Consciousness. I just love the artwork to this. How cool is that? These guys are thrash, but they're pretty fucking heavy thrash. They're like deathy thrash. But yeah, love Toxic Holocaust. And they've done split albums with Municipal Waste. And I just love how they're still using the thrash sort of logos and stuff like that. Even to this day, seeing another generation of dudes come through and fully fucking blow thrash out of the water. And this one's cool. Primal Future, 2019, by Toxic Holocaust. They've got heaps of good records. These are the only two I've got in at the moment. But yeah, another band to check out. If you haven't heard Toxic Holocaust, check them out. But that's it. I did it. I got through the two huge piles of thrash records. I'm actually sweating. Oh, I'm all excited. So yeah, if you're liking these videos, give us a like, give us a subscribe if you can. Tell all your mates. And yeah, we're getting the subscriptions up. I got messages last night from places like Belgium. Heaps of messages from America. So g'day to all you sappos over there. And yeah, if anyone's watching from Europe, send us a message, say g'day. I'll always get back to you. And yeah, www.rockaperecords.com is the website. And we've got all these records are going to be on the web store. If they're not already on there, we'll be endeavouring to get them on there over the weekend. So yeah, see yous later and thrash on.